I gotta be honest here, Guy Ritchie really knows how to style his characters, even when they're just wearing a bathrobe. This past week, I saw Guy Ritchie's Wrath of Man, and it was just okay. So before we get into what worked and what didn't work, what is Wrath of Man about? In short, it's about Jason Statham killing a bunch of dudes. That's the simple premise of it, but it's directed by Guy Ritchie. So you can expect there to be a lot of plot twists and non-linear narratives. And that's where we run into a few issues. Before we get into the negatives, let's get into the positives. I've seen and read many reviews with a lot of the criticism directed at the dialogue, citing it as too macho, overtly cheesy, terribly written altogether. But I'm not gonna lie, that's one of the favorite parts of the film. It's just fun seeing a bunch of macho guys breaking each other's balls. One of my favorite quotes from the film was when Jason Statham tells Josh Hartnett to put his asshole back in his asshole. And that's peak cinema right there. That's what I respond to. The dialogue for sure is terrible, and it fits right in with 80s action films starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. I kind of wish that was what the film was. Unfortunately, that makes up only one small portion of the film. And there's a lot that doesn't necessarily work about this film. So this is where we get to the negged. I'm gonna go get a protein shake. So Guy Ritchie definitely has a style. Time jumps, plot twists, a lot of gangsters. And while it works for films like Snatch and The Gentleman, I don't think it necessarily works for a film like Wrath of Man. You could have gotten rid of all that fluff and the film would have felt more focused and a lot more exciting. Having the story jump forward and backward in time, it makes the film feel longer than it actually is. The film just loses any sort of momentum that was established at the beginning of the film. And it sort of just feels like you're watching two separate films because it's tackling two different backstories throughout its runtime. So the final verdict here is that Wrath of Man is fun for the moment, but as soon as you walk out of the theater, you can't remember much of anything. I was kind of hoping and expecting a straightforward Jason Statham action flick directed by Guy Ritchie, but I got a bit too much Guy Ritchie style for my taste, and it just ended up feeling kind of boring. I even used the bathroom midway because I was just tuning out. I originally had this rated as a 3 out of 5, but it hasn't really aged well. So I dropped it to a 2.5 out of 5. I just think it's kind of a waste of everybody's talent. Guy Ritchie does too much and it doesn't work. Jason Statham's all right. And I was really excited to see Josh Hartnett, but he doesn't do anything. Better luck next time, Guy. I want to thank everybody who watched the video. If you want to follow my other social media, you can check me out on Instagram at @the_Cinebuff. I have a blog as well, The Cinebuff as well. I'll post it all down below in the bio, so you can check that out. Thanks a lot, guys. Until next time.